And welcome back. Well, our next guest says if you ignore your stress, eventually it will play a role in your life in a life-threatening illness.
For sure. Jim LaValle is a clinical nutritionist, pharmacist, and author of more than 20 books. His latest is this one, Your Blood Never Lies. He is here today to chat about an issue that is called Superwoman Syndrome. And I told you, I've self-diagnosed myself with this.
Right?
Yeah, thinking you can do it all. And, because I work, trying to make it seem like I don't, because I still want to volunteer and be present and all those things. But a lot of women have this problem, right?
It's a huge issue. And I mean, I see it all the time in our practice. You know, women come in, they're going, I can't believe it. I can't remember where I'm going, what I'm doing. I've got jello brain. I'm not sleeping well at night. I'm feeling anxious. And by the way, can we stop and get a donut on the way home?
Yeah.
Right?
I just want to reward myself.
I need something I can rub. That donut feels better when I rub it on my head even than versus eating it, right? It's like, I just got to have something.
Yeah.
So it's a big problem because women, they deal with stress differently than men. They trigger stress hormones actually more readily than men do, and that causes more tendency towards anxiety. And the big thing is when you get under stress, your body does want a reward. Your brain says, give me some starch. You know, I want something starchy, and you know what?
Some potato chips, a Pop-Tart.
Well, a lot of times people don't realize, even if they get something healthy, like this is considered healthy, it's got about 50 grams of starch in it.
This one.
Right.
It's this one.
Right. Yeah. And if you're going out on a mountain trail, great. But if all you're going to be doing is driving kids around, going to work, sitting at the office all day, that might be a little too much starch if you're trying to manage your weight. And here's the thing.
Starch in the form of sugar?
Starch in the form of sugar or starch, actually. Even so, the #1 reason for obesity in the U.S. Right now is excess intake of starch and sugar. 40% of women are obese now. 35% of men are obese. I really like strategies. This is an interesting product.
Okay, I want you to talk about that. I just want to say, you make this point, and listen to what I'm saying. The #1 enemy of stress is
starch eating.
Stress or starch eating.
That's exactly
Unbelievable.
right.
Okay, so now talk about this. So these are the problems.
Yeah, these are the problems over here. This is a great option, you know, eating something that's maybe higher in nuts and seeds. But this is a great product. It's been clinically tested in humans, and very few products have this kind of data behind it. But this is called Phase 2 Carb Controller. You take it before you eat a starchy meal, and when they showed this, and they did it in the study, you lost 7 pounds in 12 weeks, more fat versus placebo, and then the people that took it maintained their weight loss for 24 weeks after the study stopped.
So 73%. It's a starch blocker.
It blocks about 65% of the starch that goes into your bloodstream normally. And why that's important is when your blood sugar doesn't spike, you don't tend to create as much inflammation. Your arteries don't plaque. That's that future illness and disease. And the other thing is you don't get the cortisol hit at the end of that blood sugar coming down, which causes more anxiety.
So one of the things when we're talking about this is to stop dieting. A lot of people think, oh, then is this a diet pill? It's not. You say stop dieting altogether.
Yeah, what I really want people to do is learn how to count their starches. And when you're going to get in a situation, you're a mom, you're going to go to a pizza party, you're going to be in situations where you're going for that starchy meal. Realize there's tools that have been proven that can really help you. This is not the kind of thing that's going to make you feel edgy or anything like that. It helps your body process starch more effectively.
Okay.
So very safe, on great data. So I mean, it's just a terrific product.
We have just a little bit of time left. I want to go with a few of your quick stress fixes. Okay, quickly now. #2 is check your D levels, vitamin D, right?
Absolutely. Vitamin D is really important, especially for women's health as it relates to things like breast cancer and immune health. You can even get a kit and do a vitamin D test in your home if you want to.
You can get it at any drugstore?
Yeah, you can pick this up. You can actually go to
I want to do that.
grassrootshealth.org is actually a non-for-profit organization that has that you can get.
Interesting.
So that's really important. And remember, when you start to get stressed out, you have trouble sleeping. So you've got a awake brain and a sleep brain. Think about melatonin to try to help you with sleep, because when you get under stress, you deplete your body's melatonin store.
Exercise, is that your point with the phone and the earphones?
This app right here, this is you clip it on your ear and it teaches you how to breathe. So it gets So once again, you learn how to deep breathe. This is called Inner Balance.
Turn it a little bit.
So this is a really interesting app because
Inner Balance.
this goes out and goes in, and you breathe with it, and it retrains your nervous system not to be so stressed.
That is so
So this is
That's
Inner
awesome.
Balance by Heart Math. Really terrific.
I love heart math. They use that in schools too, I think. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being here. Awesome tips, great book, Your Blood Never Lies, and people can find out more about you and all the wonderful research that you've done, and great suggestions too. Jim LaValle, it's spelled there on the screen for you, .com. Great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks
Great
for being
being
here.
here.
Thank you so
Thanks for having
much.
me.